Lights out, hearts beating faster in a minute. I'm high on slow dancing with you. 1, 2, 3, keep it going, last forever.
Welcome to the beginning of the Geneva Motor Show. I'm here with Mercedes-Benz. This is Meet Mercedes, and we've got a couple of nice models here. Let's take a look.
Insane and my heart will burst into flames. No, I don't care about the heartache and pain. Just don't let the memories fade. We know we are lost.
And this is the latest Mercedes-Benz concept car. I don't know much about it, but what I do know is that it looks pretty cool. It's pretty compact. What I do not know is, however, how to open the door. It's got no handle, so I can't actually take a look inside. It does have a steering wheel. It does have a few buttons, but I think it's really just to show the exterior of this car. So there's plenty of hybrid cars here today, but this actually seems to be the busiest place out of all. This is Mercedes-Benz C43 AMG. Well, no wonder it's busy. Look at this machine. So the interior of this car actually looks very familiar. Some of the buttons have changed the design, but overall everything looks like it does in a C AMG. Red seat belts. That's a nice feature. Red stitching. That's quite cool. But otherwise, I feel like at home.
No, I don't care about the heartache and pain. Just don't.
I think I found the perfect car for me. This is Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG, 4-litre, nearly 600 horsepower, V8 engine in beautiful grey matte. I don't know if you can see, the car actually doesn't sparkle so much, it just shines so beautifully. Nice red details around here. But what I'm really looking forward to is driving this car, because I think this is an absolute beauty. So if we look at this car in the previous generation of the G63, I mean, this car is bigger, it's better, it's more luxurious, it's just as boxy and square as the previous version. This is not another SUV, if you were wondering. Mercedes-Benz is really kept the original look. LED lights. Let's have a look around this car. Okay. So when we open the doors and then we close them, I actually haven't even closed them because they are solid. The sound of it, is heavy. It's not a luxurious limousine softness that it's got to it. It's got a true character. I mean, just look at the size of this wheel. It's massive. Nice red touches here on the mirror as well. Actually, the red touches go through the exterior and the interior, and everything just works in such a synergy. It's been 30 years since the first launch of the G Class, and it's, there's no revolution going on in terms of the exterior, definitely in terms of the interior, but everything, it just flows so beautifully. Well, V8 final with all the hybrids around, it's just a nice change. And you all know how much I like a little bit of power in the car. When we have a look inside of this car, so on the outside it looks really rugged, it looks really rough, I like this look, but on the inside it's a proper limousine. The quality of the materials and the finishing is just absolutely stunning. I mean, look at the steering wheel, it's compact yet so, it feels so solid, it feels so good. The seats with red stitching and red leather, absolutely beautiful. Now, with the previous entertainment system in the screen, I never liked it because it looked like an iPad plopped on the dash of this car, but this has changed now. Let's take a look. I'm going to take over the camera. Let's take a look at the systems. This is much better. It's got a big double screen. Don't know if you can see properly, but the resolution is just amazing. I mean, the entire interior of this car, the cabin, it just looks so lovely. Well done, Marc. Well done. So, Marc, thank you very much for having me. Why don't we start with you introducing yourself a little bit? My name is Anna, but let's pass on to you first.
Okay, hi Anna, Marc. I'm now running the Swiss market and happy you're here, so welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And what is your background with Mercedes-Benz?
Well, I'm with the company for 23 years now. Entered in marketing. I was assistant to the CEO and then ran the fleet business globally. I ran Smart for 3 years. And afterwards, I was responsible for France and now Switzerland.
Okay, and so I bet there's a bit of a difference between France and moving to Switzerland, because you've been in France, as I understand, for quite a number of years.
Yeah, I've been 6 years in France, and I mean, they're two different countries in terms of geography already. They're different in terms of customer profile. If you look at the average French Mercedes, it's around about 40,000 euro. Average Swiss Mercedes, about 70,000
Wow,
Swiss francs, so almost double. Yeah, there's currency rate, so we lose a bit, plus 60%.
Okay.
Swiss customers really appreciate buying the best available. They love to please themselves with great technology, nice engines. We have a very high AMG share, over 16%. And we have almost 80% for Matic, so all-wheel drive.
Of course.
And on the other side, the Swiss customers are really very, very decent people. So they don't like to show off. So they kind of prefer cars that are powerful but still elegant. And they really love to drive them.
Okay, but so it's interesting. So you work for Smart, and now we're sitting in this big car, which is really, really over the top. So you say the Swiss like the, this understated cars. They like 4MATIC, big share of AMG, but we're sitting in this big, almost like a tractor. I mean, it's a beautiful car. I absolutely love it.
Never call it a tractor again.
I'm sorry. Okay. It's a beautiful truck. And so the Swiss like it understated. So but there's a big share of this car in the Swiss market.
Well,
why?
The G Class is, I think there are maybe two nicknames which describe the car. One is the youngest dinosaur in the automotive business, and the second one is it's a mountain goat par excellence. So,
so it's okay to call it a goat.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there is no other car that masters mountain paths like this car. And you feel extremely safe. You have this high seating position. It's a very exclusive, very elegant car. And okay, if I look at the exhaust pipes of the 63, you might see that there is some horses under the hood, but it's a very refined interior now with the new G Class. It's a really very luxury, elegant car, and it's tailor-made for the Swiss market. They love the car. Even the Swiss military drives it. Well, in a let's say less refined version, because of course it has to work with military purposes. But yes, Swiss military is proud to have G Classes, and we are proud to have them as customers, because of course they have very, very high expectations to the car, and only the G Class was able to serve it.
Okay, interesting. So a very personal question now.
Yeah.
I'm very curious, what car do you drive?
Well, I happen to drive a G Class.
No.
But with a 350 diesel engine.
Okay.
Because we wanted the ideal car for also our ski holidays.
Okay.
But now I'm waiting for springtime. I'm waiting for a GLE 43 Coupe. Which is also an SUV.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've
Okay. You
test
like
driven
that as well?
I like that very much.
I like the line, the form. It's sleek. It's beautiful. I chose a nice blue, metallic blue. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But I'm gonna be a bit sad giving up this legend, because I mean, we produced this car for 38 years now,
Which is very
and it's been around forever. And every year we ask ourselves, well, will we still find customers? And every year we find more and more customers. So it's a legend. It's great.
So the G market is really growing in Switzerland? Can I say that?
It still is, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And I think definitely with the new model, we already have orders ongoing. We have people who already sent letters saying, I really want to be one of the first customers. And yes, the car is going to be a huge success.
Is it mainly the AMG or the other engines, the diesel and petrol?
Well,
small engines.
We are with a very high AMG rate. I think penetration in Switzerland is around about 60% an AMG engine. But I'm sure we also have some 500s and when the diesel is available.
And so we're sitting in this big monster, it's beautiful monster, but so it's a V8 engine, and everybody talks about electric cars, hybrid. I mean, Tesla, everybody talks about all these cars. So we have this side of the room here, it's beautiful AMGs, and then we have another side of this room that is electric. And they talk how it's going to change. So, and I'm trying to understand, where is Mercedes-Benz? Where is it going? Is it going to target both groups? Because it's almost like people say, oh, well, the V6 and the engines, they're dying, everybody's removing them. But, well, I hope not. I hope not. So, completely opposite sides of the room. What can you say about that?
I think we have to satisfy the customers. And currently, we see a need for both cars, for both type of cars. I mean, there's a lot in between. And I think the beauty of the current product range of Mercedes currently is that for any customer who likes the Star, we will have a close to ideal offer. So we're going from the, what did you call it, a monster? So
it's a beautiful monster.
From this
it's like
absolutely
a beast.
beautiful, ideal
beast,
SUV,
right?
what have you, with a 585 horsepower engine, to our new generation of Smart EQ 4.2 and 4.4, which are maybe, well, the true character of Smart, because if you know the history of Smart, Nicolas Hayek at the time, the founder of Swatch, together with Daimler, they had this vision of a true electric car. So now we're having a Smart, which is purely electric. We will introduce 10 more electric cars until 2025 on the Mercedes range. We're investing millions and billions into that technology because we think that there is ecological need, and the electric car is the best way to get there. Now, I always say that electric mobility is a decathlon, because we do not only need the cars, we also need the infrastructure, we need the municipalities, we need the laws that go with it, we need the investments, possibilities also for the customers, and we need the awareness of the customers and the willingness to go electric. And this is, well, let's say, still a bit of a road. But I think we have the right products, we have a good strategy, and we'll get there eventually. But something like this will never die.
That's what I was going to ask you, that you're not going to remove.
No, I mean, as long as our customers ask for this kind of, because you can do both. We are on an 11.1 consumption here, liters.
Which is incredible.
Which is the current cycle, and of course, I mean, if you hit it hard in the mountains, you will use a bit more. But for the occasional, let's say, sortie in the mountains, it's fine. And then when you are in the city or when you're commuting, then you are a little more, let's say, reasonable, and then you're driving either a hybrid or electric, but certainly for the weekend or for the holidays you will need something else, or you want something else, and as long as everybody is okay with that and it's socially acceptable, then we will. Yeah, I think it is important what society thinks. Right, that's what gets us into progress and gets us into change, and change is good because it takes the best or brings the best out of you and out of the brand, and that's what Mercedes currently does. So yeah, we're pretty confident we'll stay on the top, whatever technology.
Okay, interesting. And what's in for Switzerland? Any exciting plans? Well,
currently we're just happy with where we are because we had the best year ever in 2017.
Is that right?
Yeah. We're second most sold brand in the Swiss markets, which is absolutely amazing if you consider that we have one of the highest market shares in the world here in Switzerland compared to other Mercedes market shares. So yeah, I'm happy about any new customer who is enthused and who is happy about the brand, which we can serve. We have a network of dealers who are passionate about the brand, who try to really bring out the best every day for our customers and satisfy their needs. And yeah, I mean, if you ask me where's the story going, I think we'll sell one more car every day, and then we'll see where it lands. Right? Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. One last question.
Sure.
Also very personal. What was your first car?
My first car?
Right.
What
is the boss of Mercedes-Benz? What have you been driving as a young man?
You will be laughing. I mean, I passed my my license like so many Germans on a Volkswagen Golf. And then my first car, I took the old car of my mother, which was a Porsche 924. And yeah, I had an engine breakdown after 3 months, and then I had to buy a Golf again. But then very quickly I joined Mercedes, and of course I stayed with that brand.
Okay, well, thank you very much for
well, it was a pleasure.
Marco. Lovely to meet you, and all the best of luck. I don't think you need much luck, but
thanks,
nevertheless, thank you very much.
It was a pleasure. Thanks.
Thank you.
Ooh, 'cause you got me good. Ooh, oh yeah. Ooh. got me, you got me.